So obviously, I'm sure you've been testing a lot of clubs. What would you say is like most surprising so far, and like who do you feel like is going to be the winner in the end? I know there's no such thing as a real winner with this sort of thing, but like in your opinion, what are you looking at?
Yeah, it's like you said, we tested several models. There have been a few kind of standouts early on. I think some of the brand names that people have kind of always looked for have been very good. Ping makes an exceptional fairway wood that I think a lot of people overlook. It's very well balanced. People have a really easy time kind of finding target with that one. And then Cobra again has really built something that's very solid. Their baffler rail technology they use on the bottom really helps some people coming in and out of the turf. They consistently produce very high ball speeds. Both their big tour model and their standard rad speed model have been very good in our tests so far. And similarly, Cleveland and Strixon have both been very good. So the Strixon driver did very well in our test. We didn't have any Cleveland drivers in our test, but we do have the Fairway Wood in. Both of those clubs have been very good. Except, in fact, we've had a few testers who came in thinking they were not going to be very pleased with either one of those clubs and ended up having some of their best performances with those clubs. So we're excited about the results. I mean, like as you said, there isn't necessarily there is an overall winner just because that club will be the best for the majority of golfers. But as far as which one's best for any singular person watching this, that'll always depend on kind of their swing and how they're going to use the club and kind of the things that they're looking for. So I think basically the punchline is going to be no matter what your budget is coming in, we will be able to get you into an extremely good fit, simply because top to bottom brands in the Fairwood category now are delivering a really good product.
Yeah. So we haven't talked in a few weeks, and that's kind of been because of all the fairway wood testing that you've been doing. Have you been like finding difficulty with it? Like, is there a reason why it's kind of harder to test than drivers would be?
It's not necessarily that it's difficult. It just takes longer. We have to hit more shots. We have to test more things, right? So a driver is simple in the sense that it's basically only built to do one thing, right? It's supposed to fly long and straight for people off the tee. So that means you're only hitting those clubs with each player in
Off the
one
tee. Yes.
scenario. Exactly. So fairway woods build in an additional variable when you have it coming from the tee or the turf, and then to further that, testing at all of the different lofts that we're trying to capture. So we're basically trying to capture 3 woods all the way up to at least 4 woods, and then I think next year we're going to try to go into all the way up to 5 woods and maybe beyond. But trying to capture that wider range of loft means that we have to devote individual days to testing those variables. So for instance, a player comes in and will hit one club in every single loft possible that day, and the next day they'll have to come in and hit the other club in every single loft possible in that club. And then we have multiple club heads per club, right? So if we have the Titleist TSI2 fairway wood, for example, you have that in 13.5 degrees, you have it in 15 degrees, you have it in 18 degrees, and in 21 degrees, right? So we have multiple club heads within each brand that we're also trying to fit. So it's, we're really giving every single one of these players that we test, the kind of ultimate fitting experience for just the fairway wood. And then we're testing those across multiple days, from the tee, from the turf, and then with multiple people. So it's a fairly time intensive process. And, we're going to be really proud of the results we're going to be able to show from that.